And well, hello guys, welcome again back to the channel. I bring you now the live reaction of this week's chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins 199. We're one chapter away from the chapter 200. I am really hopeful to see that chapter because I will see how this chapter goes actually, and I'll tell what I hope for the next chapter. Seven Deadly Sins 199 of its name, those without a light. And we have a little description on what this structure is. We've seen this structure last chapter. Or tree or Dora, peak height of 1,000 feet, 20 stories. I don't actually know how much feet goes into meters. So yeah, we'll just go with that. The giant tower built by Glokshini and Dolor, resistance to fire from the and constitution of its minerals and imbued with regenerative abilities from its plant DNA. The entrance can only be opened by Gloxinia and Dolor, or if either Gloxinia or Dolor are defeated. Okay, so let us begin, shall we? Fan art. Okay, so let us hit them with everything we've got right off the bat. True Spirit lands Castifol second form, Guardian. Ooh, the big bear. An excellent decision. After all, if you choose not to desperately fight like your lives depend on it, your level of strength wouldn't even entertain me for more than 3 seconds. Cheeky, eh? And he sends a beam of light, which is caught or deflected. Oh no. Uh, it expanded or something? No, I think that King just caught it in time, and the velocity of the spear actually made him kind of. Okay, so now they are closed. They are closed within the structure, and King thinks they can escape, but they cannot. Yeah, the thing just bounces off. Yeah, the structure was created with magic. True. Ooh. Oh, so they all have like the same forms, but with different aspects. So the the spirit land Spaskias is all the second form is also a guardian, but in this case a much uglier guardian, a sort of a the heck is this? Ah, a beetle? Maybe. Well, anyway, so it shifts to fifth form, increases the form with the many knives. Ow! Ew! Now that's gotta hurt. Okay, so now we change towards. Oh, I see where this is going. We'll see them both get defeated, and then out of nowhere they'll raise their power and be able to defeat them. Okay. Ooh. I love the giants fighting style. They're able to like make things out of the earth. It's pretty cool. Okay, so when Dolor is just dodging all of them. Ooh. Well, some sort of dancing competition here, have we? Heavy metal! Ooh, it stretches. It has hit the Gomu Gomu no Mi. No, just kidding. Ow! Jesus, Diane is wrecked. So yeah, it is as I predicted. Burn this into your memory. The strength of we giants does not merely come from our muscles. We giants' strength is determined by just how well we are in tune with the earth, with our ability to convert and transform the power of the earth. And you, current fairy king, you're the same as that little giants over there. You may be able to handle lower class grunt demons, but as far as taking on the Ten Commandments, your power is but a drop in the bucket. I had thought it peculiar for the current fairy king to possess no wings. It is in fact something completely unprecedented and unheard of amongst your predecessors. Oh, now King is crying. Oh. And yet you have the gall to fire off attacks with the true spirit lance one after the next, unaware of or just ignorant of the toll that would take on your stamina. Yeah. Oh God. Wait, what? This is how you shall meet your demise if you betray our expectations, that is. What? What? Starting from this day forward, we shall bestow training upon the two of you, and we fully expect both of you to surpass us. Is what awaits them an awakening or death. With their goals and destination unknown, their training begins. A complete 180 from their fight to the death. What do their arch rivals, the Ten Commandments, have in store for them? With their confounding proposal, the chance for them to turn it all around has arrived. To be continued in chapter 200, Memories of the Holy War. Okay, the title sounds promising, but wait just a gosh darn it second. Two members of the Ten Commandments, the giant god and the former fairy king, have just offered their rivals training? I mean, this is not unheard of in other mangas, but still. Why? Why is that? I mean, what can they possibly gain from that? They are, after all, members of the Ten Commandments. They were supposed to eradicate the seven deadly sins and conquer the world for the demon race. Unless, of course, you take into consideration that they may have just infiltrated the Ten Commandments in order to do this. But that raises a question. They would have to go past Garum. Garum of Truth would be able to see past their lies. Because if he asked them, are you really on board with the Ten Commandments? And if they were lying, if they have even a remote thought of helping whoever it was in the future, they would have been turned to stone. So it raises the question. Either they thought of that while they were away, because you remember last chapter when I said that I found it strange that Dolor and Glockshinia were away from the action for a very long time. In fact, ever since the tournament that they put together, they they haven't appeared ever since. They were not defeated back then, although they were pretty roughed up. They were not defeated back then, and they just disappeared from action. So I thought, okay, they are away, and then we'll have the final confrontation of King and Diane versus them. That's what I thought, and that's what I thought we would be having next chapter and this chapter. I wasn't expecting them to be defeated now, but I was expecting them to at least be a little roughed up by the end of the chapter, and in the end have Diane and King summon up some sort of God knows where power, and in the next chapter, in chapter 200, we would see the total defeat of Dollar and Gloxinia. Apparently, it is not so, and starting next chapter, we'll have them training. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really think this is the most wise decision because something that has been bugging me a little bit in the Seven Deadly Sins recently is that out of the blue, Escanor, Meliodas, and Merlin, maybe Ban, but Ban hasn't really shown it yet because I mean it did good back in the festival after they faced the commandments, but sorry once again. But I don't think we have actually seen him defeat a commandment yet. So almost out of the blue, Escanor was able to defeat Esterosa, which is something that I'm not still on board with. I know, Escanor is freaking powerful. At midday is more powerful than Meliodas even, and I get that. I was just not expecting him to defeat Esterosa like that. Then Meliodas appeared, and he was all high and mighty again. He was able to defeat Frodrin. He was able to release Dreyfus from Frodrin's control, and he was able to kill Frodrin. Not a big challenge. I mean, Frodrin. The real challenge of Frodrin is that he can control and possess other people. So that's really his problem. He's not the strongest demon. He wasn't even one of the commandments. Imagine that. Gother is the selflessness commandment, not Frodrin. So, and Merlin appeared, and was she able to defeat a commandment as well? I don't actually remember, but she did something good. She did like a bombastic thing, and I believe that Ban, King, and Diane have been falling a little bit short. We haven't seen King and Diane, or Ban for that matter. I mean, Ban more than them. But King and Diane have been very absent as of lately. Ever like what? The I would like to say the fight against Hendrickson, but I don't know. Maybe after that, because after the fight with Hendrickson, what happened after that? It was right with the Seven Commandments. And so during that period, after the fight against Hendrickson, and up until maybe the festival when they appeared again, they haven't really done much. And even in the festival, they didn't really done much. They fought against Dolor and Gloxinia's dolls, and that was about it. They didn't even win against them, I guess. So yeah, I kind of see where this is coming from. They need a serious power up if they are gonna fight against the other commandments. Because I don't think that we are seeing some commandments fall. I don't think that the Demon King will sit idly seeing this. I guess he will pull a Thanos and be like, okay, I'm gonna take care of this show now. You guys all fail me. I'm gonna take care of this show now. So stand back, Demon King coming to the house. I think he'll do that. And I think the one that will allow that coming is none other than our dear Seven Deadly Sins slash Ten Commandment, Gother the Selfless or Gother the Goat Sin of Lust. Depends on who you ask. I think he will be a bad guy to run through. I don't think he will be. I don't think he'll end the series as a sin. I think that someone else might replace him as the GOAT sin of lust. Some may say it's impossible, but either they get a really good explanation for him to remain in the seven deadly sins, or if he's just playing dirty for the demons and making it seem like he's playing dirty to the sins, like a double slash triple agent kind of thing. Like Snape from Harry Potter. We all thought that Snape was a bad guy, and then it turned out he was a good guy. So he was playing bad guy for the bad guys for the good guys. So yeah, something like this. Imagine Goethe as Severus Snape from Harry Potter. God, I want to see all the seven movies again. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this chapter. Next week we have the chapter 200 of the seven deadly sins. I'm always eager to see a 100th mark on a chapter. With One Piece, we'll have soon enough. I mean, not soon enough, but maybe not next year in 2018. God, that's a long time still. But maybe in 2018 we'll have chapter 900. Imagine that. In 2019 or 2020, we'll have Fairy Tales chapter 600, if it gets to that, of course. And next week we'll have the Seven Deadly Sins chapter 200. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Coming right up as the last video of the day, you will have the live reaction of the Promised Neverland. And I'll see you guys then.